Right, hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another Forza Motorsport video. Now today I have a really good race for you guys. I've got my first ever first to last in Forza Motorsport, and it's in the 60s F1 cars, which are a bit of a handful, but they're really good fun. So without further ado, let's get into the first race. So we are here at Suzuka in the 60s Formula 1 cars, which when I saw that this was going to be the hopper for this week's races, I was a bit apprehensive because I thought these cars were going to be a bit of a handful to control, and the Forza Motorsport community tend not to be the best drivers sometimes, even in the easiest cars to drive. So I did think that, oh my god, what is it going to be like when we've got people in really uncontrollable cars? But actually I have to say, certainly in the kind of top spec lobbies which I'm in, people generally do a fairly good job of controlling these cars. So anyway, getting into the race at Suzuka, as I said, and I'm in the McLaren, which I think is the best car in this hopper out of all the 60s F1 cars. I've also tried the Eagle Westlake, as you'll see in the second race of this video. I was driving that car, and that's a very good car as well, as is the Lotus. That's pretty good, but I think the McLaren takes the cake over the other cars in this group, mainly because of its straight line speed. We're just going to ignore the fact I shoved that Ferrari off the track there. We'll not worry about that. But yeah, mainly because of its straight line speed, this thing will literally fly past the other cars in this group like it's nothing. So that, I have to say, that really makes a big difference in terms of being able to make up places, because the other cars are possibly slightly easier to control. This car, as you can see right now, it's pretty oversteery, especially on longer corners like this one. It really wants to kick the tail out, so it's quite hard to get the power down fully, whereas some of the other cars, like the Eagle, don't really have that issue. But as you'll see coming onto the back straight here at Suzuka, the straight line speed in this McLaren is really quite powerful. So as you see already, look at this, catching these guys, going past him like it's absolutely nothing. So yeah, anyway, we'll actually get back to the race here. So up to 5th already in the first lap, so it's looking really good for me. 7-lap race, we've got plenty of time, and obviously the first 4 guys haven't had a chance to really take off. Now one guy just touching the grass there and spinning off wide, so there's another place up to 4th, and I'm right behind 2nd and 3rd here, who again, both of them I think by the looks of things are in the Eagle, so I'm going to have a good run on them on this home straight. And as you can see there's nothing they can do. They're having a bit of a battle, so that doesn't help, but just flying past them like it's absolutely nothing. Outbrake them into the first corner, and that's a nice double overtake there. They have a little look up behind me there, Cababinator, sorry, but not able to do anything. So skipping ahead to lap 2 now, I've built already a 3-second gap to 2nd place, and I've managed to catch up to 1st, who was a good 4 or 5 seconds ahead of me. So in one lap, that's a pretty considerable amount of time to catch up. Now I'm going to look for a move on the 1st or 2nd corner. I don't really know if it's 1st or 2nd on this track, and I'm going to get on the inside for the next corner and make that a move nice and easy. And just like that, lap 3, I'm up to 1st place from dead last on the grid. So that is a really good start for this race as they go. And I'm just going to take the S's nice and steady, not the best line through there, but nothing too bad. And again, in that corner you can just see coming on the power and through here as well, the tail really wants to kick out in this car, as it does there. I'm actually doing a 4-wheel drift really. So it does take a lot of patience on the throttle to really control this car, but it is worth it for that straight line speed bonus, because it's so quick, this car, compared to everything else. And as you can see there, I built up a 3-second gap already, and skipping to the end of the race here, a 12-second gap in the end. So that was a really easy race, last to 1st, and I didn't really have to try that hard. So there you go. Maybe it's just these cars, maybe I'm particularly suited to them, but yeah, 13 places gained, literally dead last to 1st. So yeah, really good race there. I'm really happy with that. Okay, so moving on to the next race, which actually in real time happened before the last one. We are at Catalonia, forgot the name of the track there, in the Eagle. And this, I think, was the first race in this hopper that I did, so I didn't really know what to expect in terms of how other people would fare trying to control these cars. As you can see, in the first few corners, perhaps they didn't fare too well, because there you go, quite a lot of spinning. I get caught up in this guy, then get shunted to the back, then get caught in the Ferrari and we just get stuck together, and he goes off, unfortunately, which is unlucky for him. But I managed to get through there without a penalty. I think the penalty system generally is a bit kinder on the first lap. Get that corner completely wrong. But already up to 8th place, so not doing too badly. And we are right behind Marino here, so looking to get an overtake done before the end of the next lap. And he brakes way too late there, goes really wide, so nice easy overtake for me. Take a nice line. Now this, coming out of that corner here, is really hard in these cars, because if you get on the power fully, because you're still turning slightly left, you will just spin your tyres and have massive oversteer. So you really have to be patient on the throttle through that exit of that corner. So there's a lot of things like that with these Formula 1 cars. There's a real skill to driving them smoothly, and it's the old adage that smooth is fast, and it's really true in these cars. You don't want to just smash the throttle out of every corner, because you just will spin your tyres and you'll lose so much time. So behind Alex here, coming into the first corner, am I going to look for a move? Well, I actually wasn't looking for a move, but I braked pretty perfectly. He perhaps brakes a little bit early, and he sees me coming on the inside and gives me the space. Now those two cars in front getting caught up with each other, and one gets sent off into the sand, and the other one loses the tail through the corners, and I take 2 easy places there. Now I've managed to catch up with 2nd and 3rd place, and they're having a really good battle here. They've been battling the whole time, and as you can see in the chat, very respectful, saying sorry. So, you know, I'm expecting that these guys are fairly clean racers. But yeah, luckily that battling has allowed me to catch up quite a considerable gap. I think I was almost 5 seconds behind them when I overtook 4th place. So yeah, in I think a couple of laps, being able to catch up with them at such a disadvantage of time is quite impressive. So a little bit of contact there, but nothing too bad, didn't cause any issues for either of us. And I'm just going to sit back and watch these guys, see what they do, hope that maybe they hit each other off or one of them spins off, and then I can get a nice easy overtake. Now here, Roki just doesn't take the best line through that last corner, so I'm going to get a nice run on him up the inside for the first corner. He's obviously in the same car as me, presumably stock as well, he hasn't tuned it. So we're pretty evenly matched here. And I'm just going to outbrake him on the inside and take that position really nicely. And then Mr. Sparkle's there, getting a bit wide, and I'm going to look for a move up the inside, but he kind of just turns across me there. Don't know if it was an intentional, like, dirty move. I don't really think so. I think he just didn't really expect me to be up the inside there. But yeah, annoyingly, he then gets that corner a bit wrong, takes it a bit slowly, and I get caught up behind him, which then allows Roki there to take both of us. So, you know, well done to him. But then here is not my best moment. We're not going to see this, you know, don't have to worry, nothing happened. I definitely didn't cut the track there. You know, that 0.8 second penalty is completely unjustified. I disagree with the stewards completely. I definitely did not cut that track, no matter what everyone else will tell you. So yeah, moving swiftly on, we'll ignore what just happened and the fact that I may have illegally gained a place. But anyway, the battle is still going. Mr. Sparkles there has fallen back a bit. He's already 2.4 seconds, 2.5 seconds behind. So it looks like it's going to be a battle between me and Roki here for 2nd place. So coming to the first corner again, he brakes perhaps a little bit early. I think I brake pretty much where you want to. And I get a nice run through these corners. He doesn't take it quite so well. He gets a bit wide in the exit. Now I'm right behind him going into this corner, so I'm going to look for a move up the inside. Very nice and early so I can stay on the inside. He gives me the space there, which is very nice of him. I did have the inside, but you can't really expect Forza drivers to respect the kind of racing etiquette like that, so it's very good that he did. And he gave me the space on the inside. So yeah, through to second place. And being lap 7 out of 13, I'm going to pit here to get some new tyres. And actually, that was about it for this race really. Skipping to the last lap, I didn't manage to catch the leader, whose name I will I'm not going to say out loud, I'll let you guys read that one for yourselves, but yeah, 10 or 11 second gap to third place in the end. So yeah, another decent race in these Formula 1 cars. I'm actually really enjoying this hopper. These cars are really, I think they're a good challenge to drive, but they're not too difficult. So I think it's a really good hopper actually to improve your kind of car control skills, and it makes for some really good racing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do leave me some more feedback. I've been really appreciating the likes that people have been leaving on the videos, letting me know that they're enjoying them so far. So yeah, I hope to see you in a video soon.